Oh Lord, dear Jesus, you have no idea how freaking hot it is today and how freaking hot is the sun. Wow, I really need to take a shower after this video, and the sun is so hot today that I can feel it burning my skin even inside the house. I should be using a sunscreen right now, but it's so hot and it's so freaky yucky, that thing on my, you know, that feeling, that yucky feeling. It's very hot. But anyway, I closed the windows to make this video, so let's be quick, right? I'd like to present you today this very cheap, actually this one was a cheap one, and the shipping cost was really cheap too. But although it's a cheap one, it's a very interesting and a very loved one. It's a cross between a Cattleya whitei, which is a primary hybrid between a Cattleya varneri and a schilleriana, and then they took this primary hybrid and crossed with a Cattleya harrissoniana. But there was also a very interesting twist on this story, is that they used the both plants that resulted on this one, her parents, both of them were coerulea. So I'll post a picture of one of her siblings that flowered on the orchid nursery, so you can see. I really loved this flower at the moment I saw it on the nursery page. I loved the shape. They were so round and different and beautiful, and the lip with that yellow and really deep purple markings. Wow, the shape and the colors, they were so striking to me that that by the moment I looked at her, I said I need to get this one. And she was cheap. She was 25 reais, and my other Cattleyas usually are at least 40. Not at least, they are 40. See, 25 for this beauty, and the other ones are 40. And when she arrived, this pseudobulb was on flower. Although her flower was fading, I got to see it, and it was not as bluish as the one I saw on the picture. Actually, it was white, but it had some blue freckles on it. I'd really prefer if it was blue, okay, but hey, we can't have it all, right? But there was something so nice too. It was fragrant, and to me she smelled like jasmine manga, which is a flower you know as plumeria. Hello guys, now it is morning time, so continue the story with this girl. I think we are getting pretty along now, you know, and it took a while for me, it took some time for me to discover her preferences, because I started, she was the first one that I put on the artificial light. So when I put her on that shelf, she had already grew this leaf, and she used it to stay here where she gets a lot of sun. Okay, so as you can see, and as expected, her first new growth was much smaller than this one. So after I put her up there, and she stalled for months, I thought that maybe that could be the lack of light. At this time I had only one reflector, so I moved her closer to the brightest spot, and immediately she started to sprout a new pseudobulb. So okay, you prefer more light. So we came to an understanding on this topic, okay? And as you can see, the pseudobulb grew bigger than the previous one, okay? But it still has a very long leaf compared to this one which flowered. See? So I thought, okay, you are better, you have a better root system, as I can see right now, but I think you're still having some lack of light. So what I did is that instead of keeping her like that on the horizontal, I started to keep her like this, okay? And I also added, I also put this little plastic pot with some clay pots, so she could be even higher like her neighbor, you see? So she can be closer to the light. Okay, that was change number 2. And recently I installed the second reflector up there, and those were the last changes I've made. I installed the second reflector and the warm lights to stimulate blooming. So now she's producing this new growth here. I don't think it will be as bigger as it should be, because those were really recent changes, but I can see there are some freckles here, you see? And I think these are freckles some Cattleyas produce when they are exposed to bright light. So I think on the light topic we are okay. And another topic that we had to come to an agreement was her root system that wasn't getting really beautiful. I had to water her every 2 days, not every 2 days, every other day, because when she approached dryness, her root tips started to burn and she stopped growing. And at first I thought that it was a lack of water, that her roots needed to be moist all the time. But when I suspended the use of fertilizer, all of these white roots came on. See? All of these white roots. This one is burned because I bumped into it, okay? But look, all of these beautiful white roots are 4 months old. They came in the last 4 months. So I can say on the light department, I think we are okay. I can say on the fertilization department we are okay. The substrate is new, and her roots are very beautiful. So the only thing I have to do now is to wait and see what's gonna happen. Thanks for watching, and bye bye. Self-reminder: when the sheath of the pseudobulb is not completely dry, do not take it out and expose the plant to the sun. Now I can say we are on the same page. Bye bye.